Right. You people like erotic literature about incest? Okay. Well, I'm not going to bore you with the story of Oedipus. That's just too long, and most of you seem too dim. So I found another story for tonight.
Dim.
I found this story online. It's called Watching Her Piss by Sunrock Sin. I couldn't help it. I swear. I mean, there I was walking down the hallway through the open bathroom door. I heard a distinctive tinkle. Knowing that my sister had some friends over visiting, I stopped and then forced myself to take a peek in, the off chance that I might catch some hot chick taking a piss. Unfortunately, as I peeked around the door frame, I saw her there, support stockings at her ankles, house dress up to her hips, and a dark furry patch between her legs as she dabbed a wad of toilet paper to herself. Is anybody else getting warm in here, or am I just horny? I swear it was like a car wreck. You know, a bad one where you know there will be carnage, but you simply have to stare? Well, there I was, peeking around the door frame as Granny dropped the toilet paper into the toilet. I figured she'd flush the toilet, grab her walker, and just be on her way. But instead, apparently, oblivious to the fact that the bathroom door was open, she reached a hand down, carefully opened her legs, and then began running her fingers in a circular motion. Mesmerized, I couldn't only watch as she took one hand, slipped in through the opening in her house dress and began squeezing her breast while the other hand continued diddling her clit. She leaned back, closed her eyes, and worked her feet out of her shoes and kicked it off the support hose. Now she was free to open her legs. Fortunately, her hand shielded my eyes from the side of her pussy. But when she suddenly moved her fingers up to her mouth for some lubrication, I found myself staring at a gaping brown hole with a pink fringe, all surrounded by great tufts of hair. Now, I've seen a lot of porn around in my day, and I told myself I would like to do some stuff with some pubic hair. But then, after seeing this matted furry patch, all I wanted to see from now on is a clean-shaven pussy. But then again, had Granny shaved her pussy, there's no telling how wrinkled and distorted her pussy may have been. Better to stare down into that hairy cave as her fingers, wet from her mouth, slowly entered and began their in and out motion. Fuck, the woman had a broken hip, but there she was thrusting her hips back and forth like she was a porn star, fucking some 9-inch long cock. It was disgusting, it was nauseating, and it was also a turn-on. Hell, my cock was hard and throbbing. After a while, she reached up, unbuttoned her house dress completely, and threw it open, giving me a view of her wrinkled, splotched skin, her breasts sagging down nearly to her pubic hair, which seemed to come up nearly to her waist. With a better look at her thighs, I could see she had not shaved her legs for some time. And looking upward, I noticed the furry patches peeking out from under her arms. Fuck, she even had some long hairs poking out from around her nipples. And my cock remained hard as she ran her left palm over one nipple while her inner and ran the other. I don't know. Her hand was alternating between burrowing into the ancient pussy and the wrinkled knob of her clit. She moaned loudly and said, "Oh yes, Daddy, bring it home." I couldn't take it any longer and barged into the bathroom. Closing and locking the door behind me, I pulled off my shorts and underwear and I walked over in front of Granny, putting on foot the windshield right next to her. I don't know. I held my throbbing cock to the front of her eyes. Without a word, she leaned forward and touched her tongue to the tip, tasting the small pool of pre-cum. Then she licked her lips and said, "Nice and sweet, just like I like it. And you are so big and hard. I'm so proud of you, Mikey." With those words, I moved to pull away, but she had grabbed my cock and pulled it hard into her mouth. I watched her wrinkled lips closed over the head and applied a suction like I had never felt before. While she sucked the head of my cock, she began stroking my shaft with one hand and juggling and toying my balls with the other hand. Fuck, Granny was giving me the best blowjob I've ever had. Even better than my second wife, whom I swore could suck the chrome off a ball hitch. The old woman's head bobbed up and down while she teased, stroked, and caressed me in every tender spot I had. Hell, she even found a few I didn't know about. Finally, I couldn't take any more as I arched my back and said, "Okay, Granny, I'm coming." That was usually my signal when the women pulled their head away and let my cock fall out into their hand. Cold world disputes come where it finds its place, you know. But no, not Granny. She held firm. Continued stroking and sucking for all she was worth. My cock spurted my hot cum into her mouth, and again and again. I could see her throat was working as she swallowed the thick, warm liquid. And when she pulled away, she took a great card to work out the last tiny drip, letting it all fall onto her tongue. Swallowing the last drop, she said, "Nice and sweet, just like your grandfather." Oh, damn. I suddenly had a vision of this old woman humping some old man, and I felt dizzy. I fell back to sit on the countertop when I heard her say, "Yeah, your grandfather was a bit dizzy after a blowjob, but what really made him dizzy was eating my pussy." I bent over, pulled up my underwear and shorts, and ran out of the room with the nightmare vision of Granny's curly pubes tangled all around my teeth. I rushed into my room and then into my bathroom where I brushed my teeth until they ached. Climbing into bed, I tried to blank it all. I was able to banish the images, at least until I heard my mother say to me, "Father, you know Mother is really looking good today, moving around like she was a teenager. I wonder what's got her going." I rushed back into my room, fell onto the floor and banged my head until it ached. I then climbed into bed and tried to go to sleep. I didn't move from the bed until I was called to dinner, but then I couldn't go right away. I had to wait for my erection to subside. I hope you enjoyed another edition of Masturbation Theater, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you two fellas liked it as well. Just teasing. Wow. My name is Rob Kornblatt. I'll see you all in hell. Thank you.